Good morning, good morning. Hold on, y'all. Hold on a minute, y'all. Ooh. Good morning, everybody. What's happening? Yeah. Saturday morning. I don't have any clients. I'm not going in on my other side hustle either. I go tomorrow. And this is a Independence weekend as well. So y'all see what I'm doing. Still trying to keep my walking up and my stroll. I'm probably get my jog on later on this evening. I might even hit a few weights. Just a little something. But it's your man Rico Opinionated Rivers, or on my YouTube channel, Rico the Opinionist, my group page, Rico the Opinionist, my Twitter, Rico the Opinionist, TikTok, Rico the Opinionist. And coming in the late summer, whenever I feel like putting the energy to it, we'll have another YouTube channel that gears toward, talking about more mental health stuff and advocacy, because I am a social worker, 25 years in the game, and I'm on the counseling side of it. I did referrals and all that stuff in case management too, but I like the counseling therapeutic side of social work. They call health mental health. That's what I decided on. That's what I've been doing. Those who have substance abuse, mental health, depression, co-occurring disorders, bipolar disorder with a drug addiction or major depression, but you drank a lot of alcohol. That's called co-occurring or being dually diagnosed. Shout out to the godfather of substance abuse treatment, of AIDS, HIV education, mainly AIDS, HIV education, the godfather of Friends for Life, the one and only Ernest E. Donaldson. He is definitely the godfather of advocacy when it comes to substance abuse, AIDS, HIV education, because let me tell you, he had the loudest voice when he was out there. He's retired now, so always 1,000 thanks for your service, Ernest, to the field of advocacy, referral, and treatment. And the homeless, the drug addicts, and members of the LGBT were better off because you were there. They are better off. Come on, somebody, because you were there. So, this morning, this is more like a dear letter, because if you saw the title, it says, Dear John Morant. Well, let me see what Ernie has to say real quick. Hey, Rico. Thanks, man. Awesome shout out. Yeah, that's right. You deserve it. And when I see you in person, Ernie, I'm gonna hug you. So don't stiffen up, damn it. When I see you in person again, I'm gonna hug you. All right. So, so having said that, this is a dear letter to Ja Morant, the breakout star. Man, when it comes to basketball, the hit maker. If he was in hip hop or R&B and pop and soul, he would be considered 5 diamonds or multi platinum. Just how wonderful he is in his chosen profession of basketball. With all that, it's still Tino Lucian, that's you, bro. Cuzzo, what's good? With all that being said, and by the way, y'all, let me just start off by saying, as I stated earlier, I deal in human behavior, I deal in images, and that's stuff I deal with. I'm not a sports person, I'm not a sports analyst. I don't write sports, I don't even watch sports. Except when the women's track and field, those Jamaican honeys are killing it. Ooh, shout out to Shelly Ann Fraser Price. Ooh. And so, or women's volleyball, their college volleyball, they do some serious slamming here and there. But other than that, I'm not a sports person. I didn't grow up playing sports. I went to sporting events because they had to be attached to my junior high and my high school, because it's the thing to do. And even when I was in college at my beloved Grambling State University, I went to the football games, but I didn't really care who won or lost. I went to see and be seen. It was like a social outing for me. So I never got into sports. When I was a kid, growing up, I couldn't afford track practice and football practice and all that stuff. I had to go to work. My mom was a single mom with 4 kids. Food stamps, welfare. I had to, help my mom to help myself. My brother the same, but my brother liked sports and stuff. But I just never gravitated towards sports. I was more on the conversationalist side, intellectual side of things, and I was like, the kind of quiet kid that did a lot of observing. But I could moonwalk when it was popular back in the day. Weird shit. So, and I'm not even a fan of sports bars because they're too damn loud. The only reason I go there is because they have beer and hot wings. I love hot wings. Come on, somebody. So, if you're serving hot wings, I'm more likely I've passed through there, and sports bars tend to have the better hot wings in a lot of cases. Or it just tastes so good with that beer at the tap. So I'm not coming to you as a basketball person or as a sports person. I'm coming to you as pretty much like a grown man who's studied social work, practiced social work for the past 25 years, and also, believes he has some level of common sense and decorum. So, what I'm about to say to Mr. Ja Morant, who has been impressive the last couple of years as a member of the Memphis Grizzlies NBA team. Impressive. Probably has the tallest vertical and the wildest dunk since the days of Dr. Julius Erving. Because nobody can fly across and dunk like that since Julius Erving. I remember seeing some stuff now. I'm not saying I'm totally oblivious to what goes on in a lot of these sports things. I see stuff just like y'all do, but I don't get excited. Like, yeah. And y'all know something else about sports and black men. Because y'all know I am a black male advocate. Self-proclaimed, I guess. One thing I've learned as it relates to my observation of how black men communicate with each other, or on what occasions that we truly communicate with each other, it seems to evolve around sports. And may have some religious dudes that want to talk about religion, but for the most part, black men don't really talk to each other unless they're talking about a game or something. I always found that to be very strange. And I know this is not just exclusive to black men, but that's all my concern is how we behave and how we function in our community. And I noticed that black men, their bond is mainly on the conversation piece is mainly on sports. Just go to a barbershop and sit down and listen to what they're talking about. They're not talking about how many women they can have sex with. They tend to bond around that or kind of brag about how many women they've knocked down. It's sports, sex, and a tinge of religion when they want to get religious, or one of them decide that he, after doing a life of crime or whatever, doing all the sinning, now he's gotten, the Lord has touched him, and he, then he want to try to recruit for Christ. That gets annoying. But yeah, those 3 things. So that's black men. We're gonna have to broaden our topics in order to relate to one another. Because I don't go to church. I'm not into sports. And then those who swear they know about politics don't know a damn thing about politics. You got these black dudes talking about politics. They don't know what they're talking about because they still identify with a party. Damn well don't know what they're talking about. If you knew about politics, you wouldn't identify with a party. Come on, somebody. But let me get to it. Ja Morant made the news recently. Not for his wonderful athletic ability, but because of his own personal stance. And he can have this stance, but I'll just go over it, right? When he tweets, I guess he's pushing out this thug and gangster and hood, persona. And there are people who've kind of called him out on it. They're just like, dude, how you trying to be so hood and you're an NBA player? And one guy said, like, man, you rich. And reportedly, Ja Morant responds, man, that's who I am. No, I ain't gonna speak on it. I'm gonna be thugging. Like, it's a thuggery. and thug and I guess hood and all of that, right? And by the way, side note, I am a protector, and I'm very protective of when I see black fathers out there supporting their sons, because we act like black kids don't have dads, especially black boys. Yeah, and I'm the same protective of his dad, because they was trying to go in on his dad for just sitting there being cool on the sideline. You see, I'm the same protective of Mr. Morant and Ja, just like I was with LeVar Ball. People hated LeVar Ball. Now, why do they hate black men who stand up for their children? They hated, what's his name, Mr. Williams, Venus and Serena's dad. And that movie was awesome, by the way. Will Smith did. I went to see it. It was awesome. So, it's just like they hated Tiger Woods' dad. What is it about black fathers standing up for their children and speaking out and being a mouthpiece for their kids that America, white media, tends to not care for? Y'all process that. Y'all see how important black dads are. But Ja wants to push this thug thing, right? And he's been called out on it on several occasions, and he seems to be giving this, in my opinion, kind of very defensive pushback. And in my opinion, defending foolishness. Because the people have a point. Kendrick Perkins, who's on this ESPN show, and I'm not a huge fan of Kendrick Perkins and his commentary. It's just like Jason Whitlock. I'm not a huge fan of these dudes. It's almost like, so I have to say this, preface what I'm about to say with this. Y'all have heard the whole theory of even a broken clock is correct twice a day? Well, Kendrick Perkins, he came at Ja Morant with the statement of, man, okay, you hood and all that, but why? You rich. He said, you're not a gangster. You're not hood. You are an NBA player. And then reportedly, Ja responded with, hey, man, we climbing up chimneys, man. We don't run from nothing in the M. Like, he forgot the part, you hear me. He should have added that to his little clap back, I guess. And then I saw this white reporter, I don't know if he's from Memphis or from somewhere else, tweet, Ja Morant responds with an epic clapback or response. And I tweeted that white boy. I said, isn't it interesting how the white media loves to promote and even encourage the nigger in black professional athletes? But it's funny that y'all don't find it epic whenever one of them stands up against racism, stands up against white privilege and calls out white supremacy. Y'all don't find the comments that person makes, that athlete, that professional black athlete makes. You don't find that to be epic. And so I say that to say, whites get a kick out of. White media loves to push the image of the lower black man, the lower black athlete. Then you got ESPN, you got Stephen A. Smith, they all just drag black dudes. So this white reporter just thought it was so great. And I tweeted him, I haven't gotten a response from his little punk ass yet. But I ain't like that. And Ja Morant, you better than that. Don't let them use you as their entertainment piece. Pretty much how they do black rappers. They don't mind black rappers talking about killing other blacks, disrespecting, just image-wise, mutilating other black men and black women, telling them what they need to do with their throats and what they should be doing with their body parts. They love that. White suburbanites are the ones who buy all of that disgusting, dangerous, murderous, self-hating, racial disloyal music that rappers put out. They love it. They buy all of it. Right behind them is women. So, Ja, I'm here to tell you, brother, you are not hood. You are not a thug. Because I know damn well, Ja Morant, you don't live nowhere in Hollywood. See, let me let you know who I am, Ja. If you can hear me, brother. Ja, even though I live in Dallas-Fort Worth for the past 15 years, I left Memphis at the age of 37. So I was good in Memphis. I grew up in Hollywood, Springdale. You hear me? Home of the original Goodwill Village. I was there when Hurt Village was on fire. Everyone who's from Memphis know what I'm talking about. Bearwater, New Chicago, on fire. Manassas, unbearable. Manassas High School. Northside, popping. So I grew up in the city, Ja Morant. And we're not trying to have a show each other's hood cards. I'm trying to make a point here. I grew up in all of that. But one thing, you know, I know is that you don't live nowhere on Mississippi and Crump. You don't live nowhere in Westwood, Mr. Ja Morant. See, if you was a thug, you live right there, not far from the cookie shop, from the old cookie bakery where the rapper was killed. You don't live nowhere on Castelia, nowhere, do you? Off Airways, do you? No, you don't. So to say who just signed a $200-some million 5-year, $300-some million contract, and you want to push the image of you thugging? Come on, man, you got to be more mature than that. You have to be. I don't have, and I don't project I'll make any of that money that you make. And when people say, man, you rich, don't take it as an offense. Take it for what is being said, because due to the fact that you had an ability and you treasured that and you nurtured that ability, you had people around you to support that ability, you were able to leave South Carolina. I think that's where you're from. You're not even from Memphis like that. But in one of your quotes, you said, Memphis is my home. Yeah, right now, until someone offers you some more money to go to another city and state. And even in Memphis, Ja Morant, I know you don't live nowhere. No, you ain't live in Whitehaven. So I know you ain't talking about no thugging. You don't live nowhere near the Wind Branch Apartments, do you? No, you'll live nowhere near Watkins Manor in Fraser, do you? No, you live in one of those. You probably live in a beautiful 2-story palatial estate in Collierville, or the deepest part of Germantown, where there's no thugs around and no sights of thugs, no sights of thugging, no nothing around there. But for you to do this code switching as if you're trying to impress Black Memphis or Memphis, I just think that's disappointing, brother. Because you know how many Black kids who live in the ghetto, in the hood, who are trying to make it out? But you, I don't even know if you ever lived in one. So you have to let us know that. Good morning. You have to let us know if you ever lived in one, sir. I don't know. What was your living like in South Carolina? Where are you from? But again, we ain't trying to exchange hood cards. See, I grew up in the hood. I know about Cozy Corner right there in North Memphis. You hear me? I know about Tommy's on Chelsea, Tommy's Barbecue, and Mr. Tommy also owned the car lot around there. I also know about that Mapco of Hollywood and Chelsea. That Church's Chicken, when they always run out of something. Corn. We ain't got no more wings. Just anything. So I know about all that. And I was there when the dope was selling crack was really heavy up and down there. Skinny and all of them folks. Yeah, I was there. Even the Bovans and all them folks. I was there. Ja Morant. So but you know what? Due to my mother, I grew up in the hood, I grew up in a low income neighborhood off of Hollywood. But due to what my mother always told me, Ja Morant, I don't care if you was born in a barn. You don't have to act, dress, or look like an animal. See, we always trying to use this hood as some kind of weird ass identity. And I came up on all that, but you know what I did, Mr. Morant, young brother? I walked past the boys who sold dope. These some of the dudes that rode my 5th grade bus going to Kingsbury. I rode past, I did my dap, said, what's up with y'all? And I went on to my little after school job that paid me $3.35 an hour. This is back in the day when I was in junior high and high school, Ja Morant. Then I went to Studio G Went to the little clubs. Shout out to Spanish Fly, Stan the Man Bell, and all of them. And of course, North Memphis, Mr. Jaw. Shout out to Mr. North Memphis, Project Pata. See, and I live walking distance from Cypress Gardens, right there off Springdale. So, sir, King's Grocery. So I can name all the landmarks in the so-called hood. I lived there, but I didn't absorb that into my DNA. That was just my address. That wasn't who I was. And I left there like a lot of kids who grew up in the inner city. They tried to find something better. So my better was not going to the military. And I just running off, but I went off to school. Shout out to Grambling State University. Even when I lived in Memphis, in the hood like that, I didn't act like that. Cause I remember my mother was saying, you don't have to be like that because you live like that. You hear me? And for you to be worth over $100 million, and you have the eyes of the world on you right now because of your craft. I just think it's irresponsible and lazy. Now. Don't call me a hater. You can do what you want. But it's very interesting how when y'all get to these huge platforms, like becoming a superstar in the NFL or NBA or even a track star, you still want to take the negativity with you. Especially when you don't even live around it. Yeah, you might go to a few after parties. Shout out to Curtis Givens. And we call him what was Mr. Curtis Givens, Mr. Nighttime, the party planner. But Cynthia Daniels is all nipping at his heels, though. I had to give it to him. But see, might go through a few parties and all that, but John Morant, you're not hood, brother. Your tax bracket is not even hood. Your zip code is not even hood. You're not a thug. Because you're too disciplined in your craft, sir. And that's what I'm saying. I saw a comedian. He was talking about a little black dude who had a dark fro, I forget his name. But he was talking about his brother. Him and his brother grew up in the same house. Now he went on to go to school and do all that. And his brother, they both grew up in a kind of middle class household. And his brother decided he wanted to try to claim a gang. And he said, man, how you gonna be a thug and claim a gang, and you got perfect attendance? That's what I'm talking about. And I'm gonna tell you, we do the weirdest things trying to, quote, fit in. And I don't know, maybe you feel the need to belong somewhere, brother. I don't know. But work on that. What the image, and let's go back to images. You're better than what you're trying to present. It's not an eternal contract to be thug in the hood. And we talk about negative influences on our children. You're in the perfect position to really bring about a lot of change in the mindsets of young black people in Memphis, Tennessee. Because you see all the foolishness that's going on. You see all the shooting in the thug activity and the gang activity that's kind of just taking over the city of Memphis, and you want to make as your national platform, I'm thugging. How irresponsible is that, brother? Come on, man. And I'm sure you're doing some positive things. And it's just, for me, when you claim to be a thug and you from the hood, you know what that reminds me of, Ja Morant? You know how these black rappers get on national TV? After their CD, all they did was cuss out black folks, call them N-words, and threaten their lives with murder and danger, and the women bent over and twerked their body parts and called other women B-words and all of this. Then they get on the stage after they win the American Music Awards or the Hip Hop Awards. The first thing they say is, I want to thank my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. That's what it looks like. I'll give you another example, Ja Morant. It's like when a farmer gets up at 5 a.m. to go out and spend about 30 minutes to milk a cow to fill up a whole pail. And he does that last squeeze. Then he stands up, removes the little bench he was sitting on, and turns around and kicks the damn bucket over. That's what it sounds like. If anything you've done that's positive it will be overshadowed by the BS that you say you're claiming, thug and hood. Kendrick Perkins was right on this, man. When we start doing better, when we start doing better in our lives, we're supposed to show others, this is how I did it. And you show them with a positive way when you know that black males are in trouble in these inner cities. Why go with that flow, brother? I dare you, Brother Morant, young brother, I dare you to be different. Because you have the platform, you have the influence, and most importantly, you have the money to be different. But you know what? Let me say this in a broad sense. I know you're not the only one who try to still be hood and thug. That's why a lot of these NFL players getting their dumb asses out of the NFL. A lot of these NBA players are wifing up bitches on Instagram because they don't know any better. They still trying to take thug and hood with them. Even if he was raised by a single mother. I know you got your dad there. I don't know how deep that bond is or how long he was in your life from birth to now, or maybe he came into your life when you turned 14. I don't know. But a lot of these little NBA players, NFL players that's black, they come from the inner city, the hood, the brokenness and the thugness of it. And the first thing they do is start making those thug and hood decisions when they're worth $50 to $150 million. So that lets me know that somebody, even though you went to colleges, a lot of you went to these big white colleges, they didn't, a lot of them, most of them, majority of them they kind of do you black athletes the way they did the black bucks on the plantation. And this is where some reading comes in, Mr. Morant. See, on the buck plantation, on the slave plantations of the South and in the Caribbean, what they did was they took the biggest and the strongest and the most athletic, and they had them doing all kinds of weird stuff, meaning they had them in competition with each other, had them fighting one another and all that boxing with blindfolded and all kinds of stuff into the entertainment of the white plantation owner and his friends from plantations near and far and wide and their families. And point is, they only developed their muscles and their athletic ability. They didn't develop in a positive sense their brains. Because you don't want no smart slave, that means he'll try to escape. And a lot of these black athletes have just been, when they go to these big white schools, they don't teach you about your history, they don't teach you about your culture, they don't teach you exactly about what manhood truly is, because if you get any sense of independence, that means you're going to come out and start doing for black folks and also learning how important it is to have an image that positively impacts and affect black kids. Do you understand that? It's historical. And I don't know what school you went to. Someone reported to me that you went to Murray State. I don't know. If they have books there, if they have English classes there, I don't know. Do they have any of those? Because a lot of athletes, they seem to don't take their history classes or their English classes, English comp and all that stuff very seriously because they're too busy going to practice and to the appeasement of all the thousands and thousands of white fans at their white school. I get it. But it has to do better. He's like, Rico, why do you care so much about this particular player? Well, because I'm from Memphis. And I don't present a thug image. I don't make any money compared to what you're talking about, brother. I don't make any money. I don't have a platform like that. I don't have the world listening to me because of my ability. But one day, when the war is won, it will be ours. Come on, somebody. Shout out to John Legend. It will be ours. Oh, one day, when the war is won, it will be ours. Oh, glory. Oh, glory. So I just want to share that with you, young brother. Be careful of your image, because when you become this kind of popular, this kind of famous, it's just like when you become a parent, John Morant. It's not about you anymore. Now, you can smoke weed or whatever you do. If you do that, you can do all this stuff in the privacy of your small group or your own home. But what you do publicly will be scrutinized. What you say publicly will be scrutinized because you are famous. You are a celebrity. I don't know why y'all don't understand that, a lot of you. One celebrity who kept her business to herself, and when she decided to let us know she did some everything. That was Raven Simone. We didn't know Raven Simone did nothing for years. She stood in her mansion, did all her stuff with whoever she wanted to do her stuff with, and boom, you never know anything. A lot of these celebrities, we don't know anything about their private lives. They probably do some weird stuff. And so they just kind of kept it under wraps because that's who they really are. And Joe Morant, I don't think that you're a thug. You know, I don't think you owe allegiance to the hood like that. Unless it's some deals that you made with them dope boys before you got in the league. I don't know. I'm just saying. Because you can't be that damn stern. I'm a thug. This is who I am. And I ain't changing. It sounds like it's when you made that comment, brother, you sounded like just a stubborn 14-year-old boy. I ain't changing. I don't care what nobody say. No, bro. There are people who are there where you are who've been there where you are, just trying to tell you, young brother, enjoy this paradise. You have enough money to change the world. And I know you can change Memphis, but you and I know. Come here a little closer, Ja. When you start using your money to change the mindset of black people, I know they're going to come after you. That same white boy reporter that was encouraging you and rooting you on to be a nigger is now going to call you anti-American or anti-something that tried to get you canceled. I know that. So you don't really have to say out loud, I'm proud, I'm black and I'm proud. But it's funny that you can say that, no, probably not you, but you can announce to the world, I'm thugging, I'm a thug, but you want to announce, I'm a proud black man, I love my people, out loud. Y'all ever found that to be kind of weird? Black athletes will announce all of the negative stuff that who they're trying to claim out loud, but they won't say out loud, I'm black, I'm proud, I want a black woman, and I want black children. They will not say that out loud. But anyway, maybe I've gone on too long. Ja, I appreciate your presence. Just like Kendrick Perkins said to you, or his own comments, if something were to happen to you, them same kind of lower level blacks or fans, could be white thugs and whatever, but those same kind of fans, yeah, man, you don't know about this Memphis, man, yeah, man. I was reading the comments, yeah, man, you got to be from the M, man. You know, I heard all of that, bro, and I reject and rebuke all of that because Memphis is in a situation it's in because a lot of people are that kind of hood and lower level mindset. See, the politicians are running circles around black Memphis because Memphis still is too many hood folks. There's too many people from Mississippi, too many country bumpkins from Arkansas, all these bootlicking, bent over desks, straw hat wearing Negroes, straw in their mouth chewing Negroes up in there. Then you got the thugs. Yeah, man, see, we about that life, man. You hear me, man. You hear me, man. You know, it's too much, y'all. You would really, really be a great asset to the city of Memphis and really be a great asset to black males there. No, it would be great. I don't know what programs you have. Maybe I need to do more research. I don't know how much you donate to mental health. I don't know how much you donate to vocation, like young black males, learning a trade, how much you dedicate your money or your foundation. I don't know. All I know is I'm going by what you said in your tweets and stuff, and I just think it's just terrible that you choose to present that image instead of that as a responsible young man who's made his money, who enjoys his money, and you tell young men, when you work hard at your craft, not selling dope, and if you're gonna rap, don't rap about hating other blacks, killing other blacks, and ops and chicks twerking and bending over. You know, just like the black female, they're literally the whores of the industry now. You can even change that. Just make a statement. You know, just make a statement if you want to. I'm just saying, if you want to. Say, young black men, you got to do better. But not do better, you know, we got to protect our queen. Don't do no simp shit. You know, just do better as men. You know, talk to them about, stuff that they need to hear. Not stuff that you think is going to make women happy because I get tired of dudes pandering. But, or you ain't got to say nothing. Just silently and quietly put your money, man, where your mouth is. If you want me to help you, I'll help you. I ain't moved back to Memphis, man, to help you. You know, spread that love. I got a nonprofit. I can open up a little institute, whatever. Mental health, that's my thing. A lot of brothers there are angry. They're disillusioned. Low self-esteem. Why do you think they join gangs and claim the hood? Because a lot of them don't have what you have. They don't have fathers, stable fathers supporting them. They don't have it. But so, Ja Morant, when you know that 80% of black kids are born to single mothers, so systematically and on purpose, they made the black athlete, the black rapper, the black male actor, all these image makers. They're all hired to put out images to be the surrogate fathers of these black boys. And how come they always push the negative images on black boys? And that's what I'm talking about. You know they don't have no dads. A lot of them kids look up to you, bro. Let them see you, you know, I'm sure they can see at your practice. Let them see you doing things that's anti-thugging, anti-the hood. Let them see you wearing your pants up. You already got all those damn tattoos. Too late for that. But let them see you doing some positive things in Memphis. Let them see you, you know, advocate for education, learning to read, write, and communicate. Let them see you. Your image would be so powerful to black kids, young black men. But yet so many of these black athletes get into the league, be it NBA, NFL, and go straight to OnlyFans. They go straight to Instagram, to the thoughts. They go straight to the strip clubs where their ass get in trouble or drive home drunk and kill somebody or kill their close friend. No, just dumb crap. When you have money, your kind of money, you're supposed to live differently. Maybe you need to hang out with more millionaires and multimillionaires so they can tell you how it's done. Because the people you're hanging out with, man, they're not your friends. They're not telling you, bro, don't say that. You're not a thug, man. You live two houses down from me. You live two houses down from me in Colleyville or Germantown or whatever great suburb away from the hood. Here, the biggest dudes who put out the worst image and music and all that, Paul and Juicy J in Memphis, they don't live nowhere near the hood. I don't even know if they ain't go to the hood. But they put out enough damage out there to keep black males mentally enslaved for the next 50 years. And they live in a lush home in a lush neighborhood. That's the stuff right there that needs to stop. And whenever they come out to push their product, is never positive. Never positive. I guess I'm a hater again. Man, them folks making money, man. So that's the mind of poor people who have poor character and poor morality. Man, them folks making money. I don't care what they do to you. Guess who else made money? Adolf Hitler made money. We don't hear no Jews saying, man, telling other Jews, man, don't hate on that man. That man made money, man. That man was leading an arm and every motherfucker thing, man. No, you don't hear Jews say that. Because they deal with character, morality, manhood. No, they ain't gonna give Hitler no props. So I don't give props to niggas and thugs. I don't. You can give out all the turkeys you want to, you cheap bastard. I'm still not gonna give you any props. Because they had this thing. You made me start talking about something else. They used to have this thing in Memphis back in the day called North Memphis in May. When the dope boys, every year, they used to throw like a big festival. No, it wasn't a festival. It was like outdoor block party. They had about 5-6 barbecue grills, plenty of drink, plenty of food, DJ out there. But now the dope boys, the same ones, used to sell dope all up and down Hollywood and Springdale. Just that the car washes up and down Hollywood on Golden and on Dexter. Number dope boys up there like they was in the movie Car Wash, bringing all their clean cars for the crackheads, to clean their cars. See, that's the hood I remember, Ja Morant. On Golden, the corner of Golden and the corner of Dexter. Now I think they've torn those car washes down or they're doing something with it. And the dope boys used to come up down there like they were just gods of the hood or something. Now you done got everybody hooked on dope, crack, families torn apart. And so your way of giving back is throwing a damn party. That's what they did. I remember, that's what they did. So whenever I see a rapper giving out turkeys, I like, you keep that corporate sponsored bullshit. You got plenty of money. You know, you want to know where your rapper can get back to the hood? Stop rapping about killing each other. Stop rapping about that. That's how you give back all year round, black rappers. And in closing, John Morant, never met you, but I've seen you on the court, and you brought a lot of energy to Memphis. That's otherwise known as the city of the dead. And I want you, and I'm sure you're going to continue. You're just handsomely rewarded with a new 5-year extension. I just want you to respect what images are. I want you to respect your position. And again, I'm a nobody. I don't have a platform. I'm just got my little Facebook page, my little YouTube. That's it. But anyways, this is Rico the Opinionist. Y'all hit my cash app, $ Rico the Opinionist. Fool with me if you cool with me. Shout out to that's Rated J. Hello. See, I'm from Memphis, John Morant. But be cool, brother. Continue success in your craft. Just be more mindful of your image. And you are not a thug, brother. Not living in no palatial, beautiful home in somebody's suburb. And nothing thugging is around near where you live. That's not how it works. So be cool, young brother. And everybody, please feel free to share this. Y'all enjoy your day. Mary Max, if you can, call me, girl. I'll talk to you later. Peace. Let me see if I can... Now I let the sun hit my eyes. Hold on, y'all. Wait a minute.